yourself. That's kickboxing's kickboxing.
Yeah.
It's not self-defense. Because we're not going to square off on the streets and just sit there and tiptoe around and be martial arty. Someone's going to grab you, throw you on the ground, and sit on you and try to do things to you.
You got to learn body position.
You got to learn body positioning, control, reversals, submissions.
Yeah.
That's self-defense. Jiu-jitsu is self-defense. Kickboxing is not.
Yeah.
Kickboxing's fun.
Well, I know in talking with my old coach, who then coached at Arlington here the last few years for wrestling, the girls program has been the fastest growing aspect of wrestling.
And it should be.
In the last
I think that's
in
great,
the last few
man.
years. And he ended up leaving Arlington after winning that state championship and growing a huge women's program in Everett. That's why I was kind of curious about that, because I think that's something that absolutely I think women getting into that grappling thing is, if they're doing the wrestling, I don't see why they wouldn't be jumping in on.
A lot of the women are doing it now.
Yeah,
and it's growing. Just in my opinion, I'm just saying, in my gym, I wish it would grow bigger, quicker. We are in a small town that's growing like crazy.
Yeah,
this is not very small compared to when I was growing up here. It's quadrupled in size.
Yeah,
same size town, too many people.
Absolutely.
So,
just look at that Walmart down the street. Right?
Yes, sir. And I just found out that's going to be a business complex at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, they tried to put in condos at the end of this street.
No, I thought that's what they were going to do, is put condos down. Now it's a business park.
Yeah,
that's worse.
But the access to the condos was going to be down my road.
Right.
They weren't going to put another turnoff there at 172nd. That was going to be coming.
They weren't going to build another.
Everyone
road.
had to come down here.
That would have been lame.
To go into so all street parking would be
disaster.
Yeah, just terrible.
Well, it's not going to be that anymore.
No, it's going to be
it's going to be a business park.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's better or worse. Probably better for
living
you.
Here.
It's better.
I'd say
you
it's
won't
better.
have people coming up
because it's not whatever it was, 800 doors.
Yeah.
With 1,200 cars.
For me, I dislike the growth, but I like the growth in a way because I have a business in town.
Yeah.
My business is going to grow. I'm going to get more students.
I moved to Arlington
to get away
20 years ago, just from Marysville. But I moved here 20 years ago because of the charm of Olympic Avenue.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's it's something. This is a big town with a very small town feel, and you go down there. I take the kids down to every parade. And,
yep.
We visit the local restaurants. And
my wife, I brought her here from Everett. When I moved her here, she freaking hated it at first.
Yeah.
Now she loves it.
Yeah.
Her favorite store is the Arlington Hardware clothing store upstairs.
Yeah. What's funny is my roommate downstairs. He modeled
for them.
And they were saying they don't see their stuff anywhere. When they got those two hammers as the logo and all that jazz, they were saying they weren't seeing their product around. They were selling it, but they weren't seeing the product around. So they caught him eating breakfast at the Stilly Diner or something like that. And they're like, yeah, can we snap a couple photos? And they end up putting them on the website and all that jazz.
That's funny.
And I swear to God, like, as soon as it wasn't published yet, but as soon as they said that they haven't seen it anywhere, I just by hearing that, now I look around, I'm like, everywhere you look, people are wearing the Arlington Hardware stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. My wife loves that stuff. I mean, she's like, now she's like, I'm a country girl. I go, you're Korean. You're from Everett.
Yeah.
No, I mean, she's from California, and then moved and was raised in Everett. But now, I mean, I used to mess with her when I'd bring her here when we were dating. I'd be like, oh, you better be careful. Stay close to me, honey. She's like, what are you talking about? I go, dude, we're in Arlington. There ain't no freaking Koreans around here. They'll slang your ass up.
Watch out for the rednecks.
Watch out for the rednecks and the KKK. She's like, what? Really? I'm like, no.
We got flannels on. Let's watch out for them.
I freaking grew up here. I go, that's fine.
Yeah.
She goes, so there's never KKK? I go, not to my knowledge. I've never seen KKK in Arlington. And I go, I think when I was a kid, there was a little cross-burning action going on. But we're good now.
Yeah.
She's freaking her out. It's hilarious. And she had never smelled cow manure like that before either.
Oh.
We were cruising down 5:30, and she's like, starts to gag. Oh, I just started cracking up, and I take a big, deep breath. She goes, how can you do that? I go,
Smells
like home, man. smells like shit, but it smells like home.
Absolutely.
She's like, gross. And I don't know if you know much about Korean food, but my son, when he was 3 years old, was in this car seat. And I had the windows down in the summer. And we were cruising down 530 again. And it smelled like manure because they had sprayed the fields.
Yeah.
And Korean kimchi is what you eat it with like everything.
Yeah.
And it smells like a fart.
Yeah, it's pickled cabbage.
Yeah, so
fermented cabbage.
He's just sitting there. He's 3 years old. And he goes kimchi because it smelled like shit outside. It was so funny. I'm like, no, boy, you ain't gonna be eating that tonight. You don't wanna eat that stuff.
Oh, I love kimchi.
Yeah, that's manure, buddy.
That's how old are your kids?
I have a 17-year-old son, 22-year-old daughter, and a 7-year-old daughter.
Nice.
Spaced them out.
Yeah.
Been married twice. Second, like I said, that's what led me into the sport, was going through my divorce
going through that
when I was 22. But it's been an amazing tool in many ways, not just the martial arts aspect, but touching other people's lives. And kids that aren't accepted other places are accepted at my gym. I have autistic kids. I've trained guys with Asperger's.
Yeah.
People that turn other kids away because they have their, disabilities or whatever, and they don't feel comfortable. We treat them all the same.
Yeah.
Bring them on in. I have a couple kids now that have some things going on, and I love them. They're great. And they're innocent.
Yeah.
And it's a good place for them to feel like they're part of something. So
yeah.
It's pretty cool that I can do that for them.
And being a part of a community is such an important, anything you do to be part of a group is
it's just
fulfilling.
It's fulfiller, and a lot of these kids, I ain't gonna lie, it was a filler for me. I grew up rough. I didn't have necessarily a father figure and all that growing up as a kid, and found that within coaches and teammates and that type of thing. You find that camaraderie that you've been looking for. A lot of these kids don't have it when they're younger, and they're troubled kids, and they don't have a male figure in their life.
Yeah.
And I've been able to turn some troubled kids around, and some kids I wasn't able to turn around. That's kind of the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
You can't
save
everybody, but you give that opportunity. And this town never had that.
Yeah.
Prior to me opening the gym, and that's why I wanted to do it here.
Yeah.
Because I was a street kid in Arlington. No, we're not in LA. No, it's not the ghetto. No, we're not worried about drive-by shootings. But what we're worried about is these kids are bored.
Yeah.
Getting into drugs. The heroin's out of control.
Yeah.
You leave these kids too much time in a small town like this, they're going to find something to do, and half the time it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
And they're doing drugs and doing all that kind of crap instead.
There's a lot of traps out there, and it's easy.
Mm-hmm. And at least this gives kids that are interested an avenue to follow. And like I said, I haven't saved every kid that's come in. Some of them I've had to kick them out because I have expectations, especially if you're going to be a part of my gym. I treat my gym as a family.
Yeah.
If you're a part of my family, you're going to be respectful, and you're going to actually, my reputation's your actions.
Yeah.
If you're out there being a bully, you're gone. I will kick you out of my gym. You're done. There's a huge difference between self-defense and being a bully, or being self-defense or fighting. People think, well, he hit me. I go, so? I go, we get hit every day.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Well, he wouldn't stop. And I go, so what did you do? Well, I mounted him, and then I punched him until I knocked him out. And I go, you have to pack your shit and leave. And he's like, what do you mean that's self-defense? I go, it is not self-defense. The minute you mounted him and he could not hurt you, you should not have laid one finger on him at that point. Because you stopped him from harming you, and you took control of the situation. He was no longer hurting you, and you decided to pummel him after that. That's fighting. There's a huge difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you can tie him up and do a little ball. You're done. You don't need to hit him.
Yeah.
But then if you start striking him, now you're just being like him. You're just fighting.
Yeah.
So I don't allow that shit in my gym.
Perfect.
It's I've had to kick a couple people out because of it.
Is there what's been like one of the worst cases you've had to deal with in the gym, not necessarily in that situation, but have you had like some ugly situations that have gone down in the gym where you've had to
break
with
things up? And
yeah.
stuff? Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you got young men that are full of testosterone with egos, and they're training together, and it gets heated.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. There's times where I gotta separate the guys, or it's time for you to go home for the day, and you go think about what's going on. And is every student 100% receptive to the coach? No.
Yeah.
I've got into arguments with my fighters, and then I just have to just man up on them and say, hey, like it or not, this is the way I run it. Don't let the door hit you in the ass if you don't like it.
Yeah.
And then it usually kind of shuts them up.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to be a dictator, but I have expectations, and you're either going to be a part of my facility or you're not. And if you're going to be a part of my gym, you're not going to go out and start fights. You're not going to go be a punk. You're not going to make me look bad. I had some pro fighters I've kicked out of my gym.
Yeah.
They were just not representing well. They were embarrassing me.
Yeah.
They were being assholes. They were getting in fights. They were fighting in the bars and running their mouth online and stuff. It was just gone.
You don't want your sticker on the back of their truck as they're peeling out of a bar fight?
Yeah, as they're peeling away, there's a big AKA sticker on his truck. So that's not why I'm teaching it. It's fun. It's good for you. It keeps you safe.
Yeah.
I also have helped a lot of cops. I've had friends that are police officers that have called me one night. I get a call from my buddy. He's like, dude, I just want to thank you. And I'm like, what? He goes, just for you being you and teaching me. He goes, if it wasn't for your teaching tonight, I might be dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, awesome. Thank God,
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is a police officer, so I enjoy it. I offer out. Like, I just talked to Arlington Police. They were down at my tournament they must have knew someone that was competing. He was hanging out. I said, hey, while you're here, go talk to your homies and let them know I'll give you guys a free seminar anytime you want it.
Yeah.
For the community, just free. Just come train. I'll train you guys. So hopefully they'll bite on that. I've been trying to get Arlington to nibble on that. I've trained SWAT with my buddy, Marysville SWAT, and I've trained Everett SWAT with my old gym that I used to train at.
Yeah.
For some reason, I've never been able to get Arlington to nibble, and I'm offering it free. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So
they're probably trying to find the time to do it. There's a lot of action going on
in Arlington.
In Arlington lately, and they're pretty short-staffed. I mean, just with the
maybe with the heroin problem.
Yeah, with the heroin problem. I owned an abandoned piece of property, and the shed on that piece of property became
a shoot site.
A shoot site, and I had to go down a couple times to do some no trespassing, sign some trespassing papers and stuff, and they kept on asking me if I just wanted to tear it down.
And you're like, no, stay off my property.
It's literally not mine.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to get out and trying to basically give it back to the bank. And yeah, it was it was pretty creative what they've done to the shed.
Yeah.
To make it homey. I
mean,
with stoves.
It's crazy what they do.
Yeah, they take an 8x8 space and it looked like a 2-family home.
Yeah, they stack crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of those little homes.
Tiny homes.
Tiny homes. My wife's like, hey, you want to get one? I go, no way in hell am I living in that little box.
I could.
I could not.
It's my wife is the one who's always saying no.
If anything, I want to go big. And I want my room at the end of the house.
Away from
everybody else's room. You put me in a tiny home, man, no, hell no. Couldn't do it. I like my privacy.
Yeah.
I'm around people all day.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids, and I'm married. Love my wife, love my children, love my students, but I also love me some little bit of downtime.
That little bit of
I don't get a whole lot of me time, so living in a tiny home, I'd want it. Hell no.
When the gym's open, are you there 100% of the time?
90% of the time.
Yeah.
I got to run around. I don't have an employee, so any errands that need to be run between them later hours and the morning hours, I got to run and do it in between. I wish I could be open more.
Yeah.
But I don't have I have no one to run my errands.
Yeah.
Nor can I afford to hire somebody and pay an employee tax and all that.
Gotcha.
Wage and stuff.
So it's the Landon show at the.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have a couple students that help.